All right, hole 10. This one is a little 172 foot par 3. But as you can see, it's just like hole 8 where it goes downhill and then it goes back uphill. So you definitely want to do a nice little shot over that, what I call a valley. I'm gonna throw 2 shots here. I'm gonna try that forehand again. The wind is exactly the same because this hole is facing the same direction that hole 9 is. So it's that right to left crosswind and it's pretty steep. Let's see how fast the wind is going. Give me 1 second. Let's pull out all of our tools. This thing might not be reading right because according to this, it's 2 mile an hour wind. So that shouldn't affect your shot too much, right? In theory. If you're throwing 55 miles an hour, 2 mile an hour wind, it's like throwing 57, so that'll affect your disc that way. And this one, I don't even need to throw that hard. But I have noticed when you start reaching in the 5s, right? So 45, 55, 65, in arm speed, like the disc that you're throwing, the speed that the disc is moving, the headwind affects that much, much more. Because that 64 mile an hour, I'm getting some turn out of overstable discs. And fortunately today we haven't had to throw that hard. So all of these have been 52, 55, maybe on hole 2 we threw a 58 mile an hour shot to get it all the way over there. All right, here we go. Nice little chip forehand. And that's what I like, right there. That's what we need. Wobbly as all hell, but it got over there. And then let's show you the shot that I used to do before, a little turnover backhand with that base plastic Luna that I had that's super flippy. And that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? You got limbs coming down, all kinds of crazy stuff. Maybe we could throw the P Model S on a more direct straight line at it and not have to do any fancy Annie. Let's try this one. This is a bonus shot here, folks. Kick off the tree into the basket. Nope. Yep, that one OB. So yeah, no, we're gonna take our first shot. But you know, those are the challenges on this hole. You know what I'm saying? You throw a nice little straight putter shot and the wind coming off here is definitely picked up more than when we read it last. It just pushed it all the way to the right. We'll pick up our disc and keep the pain train going. I think this might be another birdie that we got. Surprisingly, the P Model S stayed in bounds. It was in those bushes over there. All right, baby, let's make this birdie putt. This is pretty ideal. I'll take this every time. And it is muddy, folks. right, we're gonna move on to hole 11. All right, hole 11 is probably one of the tougher holes that we have here at the Rock, short or long. I used to throw a big power hyzer over the road to put myself in a good position for the long, and it also used to come far back enough, depending on the amount of hyzer, to the short basket. But when the tournaments are happening here, that tree to the right, next to the one that's broken, is a Mando. So I've been getting away from throwing over the road, but I will throw one just for funsies. Now, the whole goal of this shot is to throw something down that pipe and have it drift a little bit to the right. And that's a tight gap, folks. That's why a lot of people go over the road. They rather risk going out of bounds than to shoot this gap, because it's not easy. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a turn. I'm throwing the H3 by the way. Give it a little bit of a turn and see if we can get some glide over there. Nope. Turn into a roller off that hill, baby. That's terrible. And that's why I like going over the road. We'll wait for these vehicles to pass. If I trusted my forehand more, maybe I would have thrown the forehand. All right, we got one more car, and then we're gonna go over the road with this thing. Big skip off the street. Whoop! That's normally where I land over there, pinched off by those two trees over there for the long. But that should be a little upshot. I don't even know if you were able to see that. So it did go pretty high. I should have lifted the camera a little more. All right, this is what we got left. I got two discs in hand. I want to throw in my nice little approach shot with the A2. Because I do have this tree with these branches, so I want to throw a little wide. And I want it to come back for me reliably. So I'm going to throw just a little bit wide. Give it a good little bid with this, and then I'll putt with this one. It's about 100 feet. Sit. I mean, that's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. All right, we're gonna give this one a little run skis. I think 100 feet is the max of my putting range. Well, I guess 95 feet is. Yeah, that's should be a routine up and down from there. We also do got to see where the D1 landed. As a matter of fact, let's walk and talk and see where that D1 went. And the reason why we're not taking this D1, which we actually do have a putt, I see it here. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. In tournament play over the road is a no-no. Let's see what we got here. There's the D1. You can see it in the little corner of the frame there. That's about a 35 footer. We'll give it a bid from here. Let's clean up our par first, and then we'll fool around with the other one. This was the putt, which left us a 7-8 footer, and then this was our approach shot. So maybe within 100 feet, we're gonna do the putt instead of a throw. To clean up for par. The footing there's mud everywhere, folks, so it's really, really tough. But we hit both of those. We're fine with that. All right, let's see if we can zoom out a little bit for that. I don't even think that shot was in frame. Nope, all you guys saw was just me hit the putt. I should have done this so you guys could see the putt, but it was by that tree, right? So that's where the A2 landed, by that tree to the left of the basket, which was about 15, and we canned both of them. All right, so here we go. This is for birdie. This is our drive, our D1, little Boston flip. Had a nice high skip off the ground. And then this is the typical shot that I get for the long as well. And I want to fool around with a forehand roller to get it through that gap. Because you don't know how many times I've hit that tree on the right trying to get it. Because from here, it's a straight shot, 150 feet. You don't know how many times I've hit that tree. All right, let's give this a good old college try. See if we can make this putt. Oh, just a little low. So let's give it a little more lift. Player 2, baby, come on. That's too low still. Oh well. And actually, I want to try this forehand roller, and let's see how close we get it to the long, because this would be a pretty good shot for the long. Oh, she's rolling. Nope, she's getting pushed. Oh, she came down. All right, that's about a 35-footer for birdie on the long. She rolled pretty good, but the wind was keeping her up. That's all right. This is where our roller ended up. This is a bonus shot because I was not shooting at the longs, but I've been working on that little roller because I always get trapped by those trees. Because coming down is a downhill, but going over the road is an uphill shot. And this is right at circle's edge, maybe short circle 2. Too much height. Oh well, that's still a par. All right, hole 12 is a nice little 228-foot par 3. We're playing the short basket, which is that red one right in front. I normally on this shot throw over the road, but in tournament play, this right tree is a mandatory. So I'm actually going to throw my brick, the M2, down the middle and see if I can get a finish towards the basket. The challenge of this hole is that as you start getting closer to the basket, you have those low-hanging branches, so you really have to rip a nice little driven shot out there. Another play would probably be to throw a little push forehand or a turnover shot up this left gap and have it come that way, but to be honest with you, I haven't had much success doing that. So I'm just going to try to throw a nice little laser beam driven shot, and hopefully she fades back at the end. Yep, and that's all we need. That's parked. We'll take it. Well, folks, I got good news and I got bad news. The shot was perfect, but she went a little deep of the basket, and I got these twigs that are going to be right in my butthole while I'm trying to make this putt. So we're gonna have to do an infamous straddle putt, but I mean, we should be able to hit this. This thing is really not far at all. Just got that little pop. Oh, thank goodness. Twice or it's luck. All right, we'll take that bird too. That shot was great. All right, we're gonna use the same brick for this shot, but we're gonna throw a little more wider. The only problem I see here is this tee pad is slushy, so I might not get a good brace on my throw. But hole 13 is just a 220-foot par 3. I mean, you should be able to throw 220 feet from your knee, right? Isn't that what they say? If you can't throw 300 feet with a putter, don't use any other discs. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But this is not a putter, this is the M2 mid-range. We're just gonna disc up a little bit because this is treacherous right here. All right, now start coming back. Oh my goodness, am I going for the long? Jesus Christ. Whoops, I might have used too much disc there, folks. Let's throw this P Model S then. Maybe a little sawed off closer to that tree there. And straight down, and with the backspin. All right, well, we're gonna have to take our first shot anyway, so. But it is, I'm telling you right now, folks, it is deep. The long is 284, and I'm like 20 feet from the long. All right, let's go over there and see what we got. And this is why we need that M1, folks. The M1 would have came back in time. And I overestimated my throw a little bit. I'm a good 35 feet from the long basket. I'm pin high just to the right. And this is, you know, right at circle's edge putt, 30-footer. And we didn't even give it a chance. That was even worse than the first one. Yep, that's uncomfortable there. That's all right. We'll take the par and move on. All right, folks, I am frozen. The gimbal died on us. And I did not bring my backup holder. So we stopped the charger for a little bit, and yeah, this is not gonna be good. Hopefully got enough charge to finish us off. We don't got much left. But we are going to throw an MX3 here. Hole 14 is a par 265, and it's straight down. We got a little bit of a tailwind, so I need to give it some height. The only real trouble here is that little tree towards the end of the flight. So we're going to try to throw this one nice and straight and give it a little bit of height so she doesn't get beat down by the tailwind. And she still got beat down by the tailwind, folks. And I'm frozen, so. All right, let's get up and down for par. All right, folks, that's where she landed. We got this left to save our par. We're a little obstructed behind the tree. Maybe a little flex forehand with the A2. Yeah, we'll do that. The tailwind really beat our disc down. And that right there is a par save, folks. We'll take it. That thing is literally under the basket. I don't even think I'm going to record that putt. If I miss that, I need to find another sport to play. All right, hole 15 is a nice little 242-foot par 3. This long is also one of my favorites. It's about 500 feet, and it's gettable. Got a little right to left cross. We're gonna throw the A2 and juice it a little bit because the M1 hasn't been working for us in this crosswind. So those are the adjustments that you gotta make. I'm gonna give this one a nice little driven shot and see if we can get there. I'm still frozen because I stopped to charge this stupid gimbal. And she's looking rather nice. That's parked. We'll take that. All right, just as we're in bullseye. Even though we got a little headwind, we should be able to knock this one down. All right. It's got a few more holes to go. Hole 16 is a 241-foot par 3. There's a double mando that you must hit, or else you go to the drop zone. The basket is tucked away to the right over there, so you need something that'll push straight and then carry. We do have a bit of a headwind. I want to throw 2 shots. The first shot that I'm going to throw is that A2 because of the headwind, to see if I can get some play coming back, and then I'll throw the A5, which is my go-to shot on this hole. So let's get this A2 up there. And that was garbage. That did not go anywhere. All right, let's see what this A5 will do. Bad footing. And those were not quality shots. I waited too long charging this stupid gimbal. I should have brought my little backup thing. Excuses, folks, excuses. This one right here is a little touchy shot. We still haven't made the mando. And there's a lot of trees in between us and the basket. And I'm actually going to throw that same disc. So let me get my marker out. I'm going to throw a wide, split those 2 trees, and hopefully get right next to the basket. Little fang grippy, slow RPM shot. Nope. I thought that was good too. It felt good out the hand, but this might be our bogey, folks. All right, next to that trash can, right where it belongs, is the A5. And then our A2, this is a putt and a half, folks. You don't want to be this far to save par. Oh my goodness. We're frozen. I don't know which one of those was worse. All right, let's try it from the A5 spot. This A2 was a bogey. I'm not expecting much in the putting green right now, folks, because I am freezing. I mean, that was pretty good. Twice for his luck. It was luck. Into a headwind, that was not a bad putt. It felt good coming out of the hand too. So Yeah, we're happy with that. See how one of these treacherous shots turned into a bogey, and then the other one was a birdie. It's crazy. That's why disc golf can be so frustrating sometimes. You'll throw a monster shot, leaving yourself 15 feet from the basket, and then you'll miss the 15-footer. Or you'll throw a terrible shot, and then you hit a 45-footer. I wonder if the pros have these same problems. All right, hole 17. It's another one where speed control is paramount. It's a par 3, 201 feet. I used to throw the backhand around these trees. Depending on what the wind is doing, I would always get a skip, and there's like a little catcher's mitt where all the discs land, which is like 30 feet away. So I figured I'd take that out of play, and I've been working on a forehand, so I'm gonna throw that A5 again and see if we can get her close. That was terrible, folks. I did not, oh my goodness. Let's try the A2. This is, you know what? Man, when you slow down and then you let that cold set in and your body gets all cold and you got to re-warm up again, that's terrible. And that's probably what the pros have to deal with when there's a backup on a hole and they're sitting for 45 minutes. That throws you completely off. All right, let's try to get a better forehand here. Here we go. A2 for the win. And I overturned her. Landed in the catcher's mitt anyway. Jesus. But we got to play our A5. Our A5 shot was atrocious. We got at least a 100-foot putt. I'm barely making 20 footers. They're expecting me to make this putt. And it's obstructed. I can't even see the basket. All right, here goes nothing, folks. There's a little headwind. That might be good. Nope. It's close. Those weren't bad bids. I think that last one came close. I'd have to watch the video because I couldn't see the basket. But I think that last one came close. And the A5 is over there in the catcher's mitt. I don't know if we're in frame, but I'm gonna give it a little bid. I got 3 meters of relief because it's next to this wall. The 3 feet, 1 meter. And this is like a 25-foot arena. Let's see if we can bang this bad boy. Oh, you son of a... That felt good too, folks. And that was terrible. Oh. That first one felt really good. That's okay. We're able to save par on these. You don't want to get bogey. Once you get bogey, you can count yourself out. a hot round on the A group, which I'm forced to play in A group this coming year, is 9 down, 10 down. If you're nowhere near that, you're not going to place. You're not going to win. And I leave a lot of strokes on the putting green, folks. These are putts that I should be making. So probably for the next video, we're gonna do a putting practice, because I feel like my putting, the reason why it's inconsistent is because I don't know what my real release point is. And like I said before, folks, I just started playing in April of last year. Here in a couple of months, it'll be my first year playing. All right, the last hole, we made it. Hole 18, which is a nice little easy 217-foot par 3 if that low-hanging tree wasn't in the way, right? I flirted with throwing a distance driver on a super low line, like 5 feet off the ground, to hopefully hit that hillside and make it close to the basket. But that thing went 150 feet past the the basket into the parking lot there where those cars are. So normally what I've been doing is throwing a stall hyzer forehand. The wind seems to be a little down right now, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I use this nuke. This is my utility disc. So I'm going to throw this one out there and hopefully spike back in towards the basket. This will be a nice birdie to get to finish the day. All right, here we go. That's looking good. And it's right next to the pin, I think. It hit those trees and it rolled forward, so hopefully that was good. And you can see how the difficulty of that shot, because you have to throw this thing a good 50, 60 feet in the air and stall it. So a 217-foot shot turns into a 350-foot worth of power spike forehand. And that's a tough shot no matter how you look at it. And this is a formality, folks. We are in the bullseye. So we're going to tap out our birdie. We left a lot of strokes on the putting green today, folks. At least 7. Look at this beautiful thing. Man, that's nice how that thing just whoop, little forward push to the basket. I mean, I don't even have to putt this. I could probably just lean forward and drop it in. Yep. All right, well, there you have it. It's the shorts on Baker. I love this course because it gives you a variety of shots, but it's not so difficult that you'll be like, oh my God, this is impossible. There are gettable birdies out here for people of all kinds of arm speeds. You know, to be honest with you, like hole 2 long is 520 feet. If you could throw 250 feet accurately, that's one shot 250 feet, the other shot 250 feet, and you got a 20-foot putt for birdie. I think the toughest hole here is hole 11 with that tree, especially when the Mando is in play. That one is tough, but all the other holes, man, all the other pin positions, you should be able to at least play par. When I first started here last year, right, first league, I shot a 18, a plus 18, and that is not cutting it, folks. That is not cutting it. And I fought all the way back through the season, and I finished second place in the B group. And the last 3 weeks that we played, I won. So I do have the #1 tag for 2024. But man, the A group, we got some killers out here, man. Some guys that just make it look easy. They just make it look easy. I admire a lot of these guys. Like today, for instance, when I was on hole 3, Tony Thomas came through with Jack. And he's out here grinding every day, and that guy is always in the conversation, whether it's putting league or the actual league here. You know, we got monsters like Jake Brammer, Seth, a lot of guys. Caleb Gilmore, the owner of the Cornerstone Campground Disc Golf store. He's another incredible player. A lot of good guys. I need to shape up. And I need to start making these putts if I want to be able to compete with them, because if not, I'm just going to be here donating money to their pockets, you know. But that's all we got, folks. Next video, I think we're going to work on the putting, because I started changing the putt. I used to putt like this, right? And I don't know what made me change from this. Because I feel that, like right from the chest, I'm pretty accurate, and I don't know. And then I saw a video of a guy that was like, you know, you got to put your foot forward and all that fancy stuff. And I started doing that, where I put my foot forward and then I'm back here, and then I bring it down and then pop it up, right? But I just feel like I'm not accurate like that. I mean, that one pulled to the left. It caught because I'm short distance. But I think the other way that I was putting and from the chest is more consistent for me. Let me do a couple of 20-footers like that and see. I wonder, this thing landed over here, so maybe the frame is over here. Let's count 20 feet out and see. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, here we go. We got a 20-footer, and I'm just gonna go with my old putting style. Forget about that guy in his video. Just do what you know. I mean, that was dead on, just low. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to go back to my old putting style, because that one has not been working for me. It feels easier to throw the putt, but where we're at, circle's edge right here. The other way feels easier to throw the putt, but this one I feel like I have more accuracy for some reason. I mean, look at that. That's in. Oh, shorty. But hey, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to, next video, we're going to work on the putt. The garage, I think the furthest I can get inside without being frozen is about a 28-foot putt. So I'll work on, you know, 15, 20, 25 feet. And I'm just going to go back to my old putting style. We're about 30 feet from the basket here by the camera. I'm just going to use my old putting style and dial this in, because this has been working. You see what I'm saying? This thing is smooth. No wobble on the putt. Are you kidding me, man? Come on, man. That's what I should have been doing all day. Let's try a 50-footer and see. I think I'm just going to go back to my old putt. Oh, that's a Yankee smanky panky there. That's not my putt though. That's my putt. All right. All right, folks, we're forgetting this noob putt that I was doing. I'm gonna give one last demonstration of what this crap looked like before. I can't remember. This is in the frame. Should be, because our disc landed here, right? I'm 15 feet from here. This is what we had before, right? Come in, shift the weight back and down, and then come up, right? That's not working for me. Wobbly. That one went in, but it's because of the distance. And they're wobbly. I don't like that. I'm gonna go back to my old putt, which is stand to the side and throw it, spin it in from the chest. That's what I'm used to. That's what I'm gonna get good at. Look at that. I just look so much smoother and less effort. No wobble. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do from here on out. All right, folks, next video, we're gonna practice our putting. We got a lot of work to do before the season starts. And we definitely are gonna wanna get the longs in at some point. The gimbal died recording today, so I might have to bring a backup for it. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is it for right now, and next video should be soon.